So for nutrition this week, we're going to talk about restrictive eating via time-restricted eating windows and making small changes. Now, I know that last week we spoke about inclusive eating and how restrictive eating tends not to be sustainable in the long term, but we can be slightly restrictive by excluding some items out of the majority of what we're putting into our bodies, and that will do wonders for improving our nutrition and overall health and well-being. So to start, let's make small changes by limiting the amount of sugar, fortified, enriched, and refined foods and meats that we put into our body. So think foods like deli meat, hot dogs, cereals, certain pastas, white rice, because these foods are basically stripped of their vital nutrients, their bran, and their fiber, making them less nutrient dense. So there's better options out there. In addition, these foods have a higher glycemic index, which causes your blood sugar and insulin levels to spike much harsher than other foods. And because of that, they leave you feeling more hungry soon after eating them. So these foods also literally change your brain chemistry and makes you want to crave them more. So they're going to leave you feeling more hungry, and they're going to make you craving them more, and when you do that, you're just going to continue to kind of want to put those foods into your body, which is fine on occasion, but for the majority of your eating, you should really focus on high quality veggies and carbs, complex carbs, ancient grains like brown rice, quinoa, farro, bulgur wheat, because these foods tend to keep you fuller longer, so more satiated. They're more nutrient dense, and they're going to just be better for your body because there's not as much sugar, not as much unhealthy fats and added chemicals that are put into those. So if the food has a smaller ingredient list, then you know what's in it. For example, when you go and pick up a handful of veggies, there's no ingredient list. You know what that is. But when you get veggie chips, it's a little bit different. There's more veggies. Yes, there's more ingredients. Yes, technically they're veggies, but there's better options out there for you. Next, let's talk about time-restricted eating windows. So there's some research that shows that eating within an 8 to 10 hour eating window has really good effects on our health. So I'll get into that, but to start, basically what this means is you start your eating at point A, and then 10 hours later, you end your eating. Now 8 to 10 can be a little bit tight, so you can always start with 11 to 12 and then work your way down to something that is, again, sustainable to you. So because you're eating in a smaller window, your eating is more dense, so you're going to be more satiated longer. So imagine if your food you're eating is spread out, you're going to be more hungry throughout the day. In addition, if your food is spread out like that, you're going to have those spikes of insulin and blood sugar throughout the day, which can affect your health, your mood, and your energy, and make you a little bit more fatigued. It also helps you prevent overeating, and can, because of that, because you know when you're going to shut off from eating, it helps you so you don't eat too close to bedtime, and eating too close to bedtime has those insulin spikes and can cause you to have poor sleep quality and lose some cycles of your sleep. In addition, there's some research that shows that time-restricted eating can improve your body's ability to burn fat. But overall, let's think about those two things, making small changes, and try if that is sustainable to you, an eating window, and start at 12, and then work your way down, and just note how you feel this week, next week, and the following week, so then after this program, you can continue to work on those habits well beyond the starter pack.